What's up, nerds, and welcome to One Podcast for Nerds. I sound like I'm from Newfoundland. One Podcast for Nerds, but it's episode 19 today, and we got a good show. It's a three-way this time. It's not a two-way like last time. It's not a monogamy relationship over here that we have going on. So what's up? What's up, Austin?
You made that really awkward.
Hey, man, is there not three of us?
Yeah, it is. But why
Are we
did you
having a good
describe it
time?
like that?
Are we having a good time?
Not anymore.
I'm having a good time.
Hey, Chad.
We're interacting orally.
Oh yeah, this is an oral three-way. Bones, what's up with you, man? What's going on?
Oh, pizza. NHL 21.
Ah, that's nice. Wait, when did you have pizza?
Graphic design. Pizza today.
What kind of pizza did you have? This is a very important thing. This is a very important conversation to have. What pizza did
I'm
you have?
vegetarian, so I took all the meat off, and it's just cheese.
Well,
You didn't even leave the vegetables on? That's not even like, how's that even
There's
a
no
vegetarian
veggies on
pizza? There's just no meat.
There was no veggies on it to begin with. I didn't order it. It just
So
appeared.
it's a cheesy pizza?
Yeah, cheeseillion.
Cheese
I hate
pizza?
you. I fucking hate you.
All right, well we got a good show. It's a Pokemon special. Is that the way to say it?
Yeah, Toros meets pizza, you know?
It's actually, you know what's funny is when Bones was editing the last episode, I like that he edited in the Austin and Nolan show, or however you guys said it. And I thought that was really fun. Yeah, I laughed
high
really hard.
pitch.
Yeah.
I was actually laughing on the bus. It was funny. I was sitting on the bus listening to it, and I started laughing, and I looked around, and everybody was looking at me like it was fucking crazy.
Yeah. So this is the Pokemon show. So that's what this one's gonna be dubbed. But we have a little bit of news, not a lot. There wasn't really anything that stuck out to me this week, and I'm sure there's a lot happening. But there's only one thing I care about. So let's just jump into the news flash. Let's jump into this where EA Play had their show on Thursday, and I really didn't give a shit about anything they showed except for, sorry for banging on my table. Drum roll. The only thing I cared about, is the Dead Space remake.
Yeah, pretty cool,
Yeah.
right?
I'm fucking excited. I was so excited that I downloaded the original Dead Space for whatever reason, because there's no release date on this game. Austin, you play Dead Space?
Yeah. I actually have a question for you, Andrew.
Yes, sir.
What is the best Dead Space?
Isn't it like, I like the first one. Now, I don't know.
Guy myself.
Yeah, but I think 2 actually is like the more popular game.
Well, it's a lot more open. You're not just stuck in the one ship, right? I can't remember now, but isn't the second game where you actually meet the second player as well? Because the second player was a completely different character. I forget his name.
Yeah, my God, I've been wanting to replay these games for so long. So you have Diana Le Guin, Ellie Langford, Foster, Franco Delty. It was a playable character though, it wasn't the person.
Yeah, playable. I'm just trying to figure out his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had. Oh, it might have been Dead Space 3. I'm thinking of, because Dead Space 3 isn't a good game, but I did like the idea.
I actually haven't played 3. Oh, it's Dead Space 3, and isn't it a chick though?
No, it's a dude. Isaac Clarke is in number 1. All right, keep going. I'll find it.
Well, I got nowhere to go.
About Dead Space, well, you have John Carver.
Oh, okay. It was 2 though, right? Or 3? I don't remember.
He is in 3. I know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure he's in 2 as well.
All right, well, anyways,
he might not have been a playable character.
Well, let's play the game. I'll let you know in like probably 2 weeks.
All right, cool.
And but yeah, so Dead Space 1 is getting a remake. I'm very excited about it. The trailer gave me the jitters a lot more than the game actually does, because I mean, I understand it's supposed to be kind of like Alien meets Resident Evil kind of a style where, you know, it's like a horror game, but like it never scared me. Like I was never like, I don't know. I mean, like I guess I shouldn't say that. Like when you run into the first like necromorph or whatever they're called, and like he's like the first one that's like playing dead on the floor around the corner, and all of a sudden it just comes to life, and like the music in that game is and like them crawling in the vents and like them like making their sounds in the background, they like come up behind you and shit. Like I guess it's more of the sounds in that game that actually scare you than the actual like the monsters themselves, like the necromorphs themselves. Like nothing in that game really frightens you except for like the sounds that are happening around you. And what's really cool with the remake is that if you have a PS5, because again, I don't know if it's coming for PS4. I actually didn't look that much into it, but it does come with 3D audio. And I can
Oh,
tell you right now,
really?
yeah, and I can tell you right now, even when I play like Spider-Man Miles Morales or anything that has 3D audio, it like I literally like I'll hear like a helicopter or sirens and like it's on my left ear and I'm like, oh shit, okay, well there's a siren going by. But it's actually the game. And these things get like so much louder. It's so good audio. And playing Dead Space like that is gonna be amazing, I think.
Uh, for me, the main thing I'm really hoping for this game is that the cutter will be as overpowered as it was in the first 2 games.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and okay, go on.
you
No,
could
you
pretty
finish.
much go through the entire game exclusively using the cutter. That's how
I
fucking good it is.
That's what I mostly did.
Yeah, right?
I didn't do any other shit.
Exactly, because you
I
don't
put all my
need to.
points into the cutter.
Exactly, because it's so fucking good. Right, and
Yeah.
I hope they maintain that, because in Dead Space 3 they kind of nerfed it back a bit and it sucked.
Yeah. I was actually before we had this conversation, I was saying that I hope they kind of doom it up, and not in the sense that it's like becomes like a platformer and all that crap. I want like the gore that like Doom has in this game, and like this game was
I could
pretty
say
gory to begin with, but like I can't remember. I downloaded it today and I haven't played it yet, and so I was actually curious, but I don't remember if you're actually able to like cut their torsos in half or you just cut off their limbs.
honestly I don't know either, but I
Yeah,
do
I
know if you
can't
cut off their
remember.
limbs, I think you can
Oh, what
stomp
a
on
rip!
them and you can stomp on the bodies and it
Yeah, you
like
can
drops
stop on the
ammo.
bodies. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
so
stop on
that
the
might be
bodies.
it. What you're thinking of,
Well,
but
I just want to be able like to literally chop them up, which
see
is the
my
most psychopathic thing I'll say on this
yeah,
podcast.
but that's like one, you're probably on a list now, and two, that's a waste of ammo. Just stomp on them. But
I don't know.
my
I'm
whole
okay.
thing was the way you navigate in that game, where Isaac holds out his hand and all the different lines go everywhere. That was so fucking nice compared to every other game at the time. I loved it. Like, I wish more games had done that.
Yeah, man, that game is amazing. And you know what's funny is, oh man, when the original come out,
I'm gonna go to line and say 2004.
I think you're right. I think 2004 sounds pretty good, but it's 2008.
Holy shit, 2008! Wow.
Yeah, no, it's 2008. So that game is 12 years old or 13 years old now. It's kind of weird. I mean, like, so I read up though. That's really interesting. Is that like, so it's Motive that's doing this, and that they actually have access to all the old codes.
What,
And what,
really?
yeah, and so what they saw was like what the original developers wanted to do. Visceral, what Visceral wanted to do was like what they wanted to do in the game they could see, but because like technology hasn't reached that point yet, there was a lot of things they couldn't do, so they had to kind of like navigate through that whole mess of game development. And so I guess what Motive wants to do is try and keep it like they want to keep it core. There's no microtransactions. They're not EA in this up in any shape or form.
That's good.
And so but they want to like kind of stay true to the game, and like of course there's going to be people out there going to be like, oh, this isn't the same game that Visceral made. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It might be a little different, but I mean, it's fucking Dead Space. I'll take it. I
But I
mean,
mean,
and it's a remake of the first one. So like, and what they're gonna even try to, and what's even cool is that like what you have like Dead Space 1, 2, 3. You have the anime that came out and all that
anime's
shit.
not that good.
No, but like what's
I watched a
interesting
lot of
though,
anime. I know.
what's really interesting though is that they kind of already know where the story is gonna go. So there's even ways that they maybe can incorporate all those things that happened
Oh
in
shit, that's a good
it
point.
into one, making it even a more fuller story
See,
than what it is
um,
now.
Andrew, though, my question is, you're like, yeah, it won't be 100% the old game, but at that point, all remakes ever the same, exact same?
No.
Final Fantasy
Uh
VII, all the Blue Note games that they have made, right? They're close. They're very, very close because Blue Note really, really likes their to be as original as possible, but they're always going to have a little bit different because like designing a game the way that it was designed back in 2008 would be way harder than actually doing it a normal way for 2021.
I mean, I don't think it's I think it'll be close. I don't think they're gonna do exactly the same game. And at this point it wouldn't really make sense for them. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense. Like you kind of have to put your own little spin on it, right?
Yeah, 100%. Got
And
to
you kind
leave
of
your
want
own stamp.
yeah, you got to leave your mark where it needs to go. And so you got to pour your maple syrup all over it. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, Crystal Onyx, go back.
Oh, I'm looking through. Wait, what?
Sorry, we can cut this out. Yeah, no. So Crystal Onyx is only in the anime, right?
Yeah.
But that right there, that like glassy version, that's all character from. That's a Pokemon from the anime only. But
Are
I
we talking
just
about this?
realized, yeah, that's Onyx right there. That's regular Onyx.
Yeah.
But since
Okay.
it's more blue, it's actual Crystal Onyx. But we can cut this out because it doesn't matter right now.
No. But yeah, so out of that whole EA play, that was the only thing I truthfully cared about. I mean, they did
I
some
didn't see it.
2142 stuff. Yeah, I didn't really watch it either. I wasn't expecting anything. I mean, the game, so Dead Space wasn't really a huge surprise either, though. I mean, like, I'm excited now that it's like officially announced, but it was kind of rumored to happen anyways. And so it's just nice to see that come true and be come to fruition.
Speaking of rumors, I'm gonna go a little off topic. It won't be too far. Trust me.
What's this game? That's what this podcast is about. Not this game. Jesus Christ, are we in a game?
So you way back when we were talking about like I think it was like episode 6 or 7 when we were talking about, hey, there's rumors down the line that there might be a new Switch.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And
yeah.
I said, I was like, I have a feeling this is going to be like the new 3DS where they're just going to add a little bit of color to the buttons, right? I'm like, and they're going to add an LED screen. And you know what? I was fucking right. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Did they only do that though? I thought the new 3DS.
Well, they also made it so the 3D was a little bit more stable, but pretty much the only visible difference was it had colored buttons.
I thought they upgraded
They also
everything.
added an extra stick.
I thought they upgraded like the whole system.
Not really. Because I had an XL, which is bigger than the new 3DS.
Sorry. 1.2 times larger.
Yeah, it's 1. Yeah. The XL was. Are you talking about you're talking about like 3DS versus the 3DS XL, right?
No, the new 3DS.
Like with the stupid button?
Yeah, with the stupid buttons and the extra like Joy-Con stick. Don't get me wrong, I really appreciate the extra Joy-Con stick, but it wasn't a huge difference. And when we were talking about with the Switch Pro and everybody was coming up with all these like cool ideas that would have actually made the Switch Pro good, right? I said I have a feeling it's going to be a new 3DS situation, and you know what? I was right.
Yeah, but to be fair on a lot of people's part too, though, like a lot
Let's get the prizes ready. Austin, what do you want? You want a new car, a new house?
I want a mug. I want one of the special mugs from from that really cool website, Main Jams.
Oh, you nice twist. Nice twist, Austin. Yummy.
I was gonna say that there was a lot of good reporting. Like there was credible information that was going around that suggested that the OLED Switch was see, like there's rumors that they added a new processing power into the new 3DS as well. Anyways, that's just what I was curious about.
Sorry, I had to say that from the last episode when it was just Nolan and me, right?
Yeah.
But I figured since like the rest of the gang was back, so I was like, I gotta say it because I was right. I was right.
So there was a lot of credible rumors and information going around that the 3DS OLED was actually going to, like they were going to put the new NVIDIA chip in there and all that crap was going to happen. I kind of think what this Switch was. I mean, I'm not for it. Like you were right to say that. Oh, okay. If I already own, okay, we'll talk about the OLED Switch now because I had nothing left on Dead Space, anyways. You were right when you said that. Oh, okay, well, I already own a Switch. Why would I buy a new one? That's a fair argument, and I agree with that. Where I already own a Switch. I'm not going to spend I could trade the Switch in and get the other one, fair enough, and probably only spend the $50. But there isn't much point of me doing it, really. Like there's not even much point of me spending the extra $50, even if that came down to the case. But I do think that for people who don't already have a Switch, or people who even had an original Switch that ended up breaking or whatever, right? Because they were not the greatestly made console, but like for cracks and all that stuff, it would make sense now for them to upgrade. And what this Switch was, and if Joy-Con drift doesn't exist, which we don't know, but if it doesn't exist on this Switch, this was the Switch that should have been released back in 2017. Like maybe not with the OLED screen, but with the dock being more curved, with the Ethernet cable attached, with the stand on the back being like the size of the console.
Is there going to be a party chat?
No, there won't be a party chat, but it makes it. I mean, people had to go buy adapters to just hook up an Ethernet cable so they could play Smash without like such huge latency. And so it's the Switch that the Switch should be. It's even got the better battery power and stuff like that as well. So I understand to a point why they did this, and it
Come on,
makes
Andrew,
sense.
just tell me the words I want to hear.
But it was well, I mean, I don't know what you want to hear. You want to hear you're right?
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. That's it.
All right. I mean, I didn't really mean it, but it's sad.
That's still. It's okay. I still heard it.
It's on the internet.
That's fine.
But I think eventually, we will, like, maybe not the next couple years, because it's been like a year since it's been 2 years since Switch Lite, right? Or a year and a half since the Switch Lite was released. Or Switch Lite was released last year, I think, actually, because no, it was the year before. I don't know. Anyways, it's been a couple years since the Switch Lite, so I would say in a couple more years, we probably will get like a new and improved Switch. Now, on this note, since I wasn't here last week, I will say that, man, if someone came out hitting hard when things are falling apart, Steam did Valve really came out swinging, and honestly, on their part, it was such a smart move.
Would you say they're swinging pipes?
I would say they're swinging games pretty hard, or swinging Steam. I don't know. Anyways, they did such a good job releasing that console when they did, because the Switch OLED was released. People are like, yeah. I mean, all the diehard Nintendo fans and those who don't have a Switch are gonna buy it, and that's fair, and that's who it's for. And I'm not saying I'm not a hardcore Nintendo fan. I just like money more. But it's just,
I didn't think I'd hear you say that.
But for Steam,
Nintendo guy,
I know. But even for Steam to come out, like, I've had to talk myself out of buying the deck. I've been talking myself hard out of it. I don't need it. I mean, I don't even play my Switch on the go. I don't even think I'll play this on the go. Like, I'll play my Switch at work with Nolan.
Andrew,
but I'm not going to play.
What you need to do is you need to pull an Austin, right, and sell it to your friend for really cheap, and then just buy the new one.
No, well, no, because I can trade it in. If I'm going to sell it to anyone, the Switch is going to be. Okay, first off, Switches are super hard to get, so I could sell it for probably $50 less than new.
Help me out.
No. Just go buy the OLED.
No.
I mean, honestly, if I was you who didn't have a Switch and I wanted a Switch, I would just go and buy the OLED.
No.
Because it's got a better battery life.
No.
It's a better dock. Also, here's to note too, is the dock will be sold separately anyways. So you can just buy the dock itself. And then why? Just because it doesn't have a better processing power?
Yeah. Stick to my guns here. I'm going to be totally stupid, and you're totally right. I'm going to acknowledge that you're right. But no, I'm sticking to my guns.
Here's the thing. Is you're not going to see, you're going to go, first off, I don't even know if the old Switch will stick around. They might actually just make that thing obsolete at this point.
No, don't do it.
Because it wouldn't even make sense for them to even keep it in stock. Because if I was going to buy a new Switch, OLED would be better than the old one. Like, I'm not going to go, I would spend the extra $50 and go buy the OLED than I would to go buy the regular Switch. Sure, it's $50 cheaper, but like the OLED just has, I mean, it's better. It's better. It is better.
Gonna be 50. How do you know it's going to be $50?
Because they've already announced the prices.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, it's only $50 more.
So where the fuck is he getting this $50 number?
Anyways, so I think it's just, if I didn't have a Switch, I'd bite the bullet for sure and just buy it.
Yeah, but you're the Nintendo guy.
Yeah, but Steam Deck, man. Okay, so that's a really cool idea. I really enjoy it. Would I buy it? Probably not. I want it because I want it because I want it. I like new things, but I have a gaming computer, and I don't need it. I mean, so, and then on your guys' conversation about about the storage and stuff. So it does have, you can throw SD cards in there. So you can go buy a big SD card and chuck it in there. You can buy the cheap one and do all that stuff. Also, if you buy the more expensive one, it comes with a case and screen protector. They're eventually going to release a dock for it, so you can even plug it into your TV.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that has me more interested then.
And but the thing is, though, is you were talking about how you can't play, a lot of games require online. Well, not all games require online. So you can play
a lot of the newer games do.
for updates, but I mean, I guess it depends. Like, I don't know what games you're referring to, because like you used Destiny, which was an awful example. No offense,
Yeah,
because
because
that
it
game
is
is
only online.
yeah,
Only
right.
online. You're
But like
right.
there's so many games out there that are not online. Like I play a lot of games on my computer, like a lot of single player games that are not online necessary. I play RimWorld, you don't need online. I
AAA
play
titles.
like what? I can play The Witcher, Jedi Fallen Order, Red Dead Redemption 2, you don't need online. Like I mean you can't play Division again because that's purely online. You won't be able to play the new Suicide Squad because again that's purely online. Like if you're not gonna buy a purely online game, you can play whatever you want, and not a lot of games are purely online.
I guess since my PlayStation, if I'm not online, it won't let me play a lot of these games. So I just
Again,
equated that
that's.
to.
But I mean,
I
like,
know that's one thing. That's me.
what game can't
I'm
you
willing
play
to
that
admit
you
I'm wrong.
have?
Like if I'm not connected to the
Again,
internet, I
Destiny
can't
don't
play any of them.
like what? Nothing?
Yeah, because it says I don't own them.
I'm pretty sure if your PS4 can't connect to the internet, you can't use it.
Yeah.
You speechless?
No, I don't. I have never experienced that problem.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure my reason is I don't know about Bones, but for my reason is this wasn't my original PlayStation because my original one, I got it on day one and I had the flashing blue light of death.
Okay.
So I had made that flashing one my primary PlayStation, right?
But you can make the one you have now your primary PlayStation.
I can't.
Why?
Because I didn't take my primary PlayStation off of that
You don't
old
have
one
to.
before I gave it away. For whatever reason, it won't let me do it. I've
Oh,
tried. I've done all the.
I've gone to Bones' house and made his my primary PlayStation for a second.
Yes, but you also have to unmake it, right? So like.
No, I don't. I don't. I made
I
made
did.
him at primary, and then I left, came back home, and I made the one I am primary because it asks you when you sign in, do you want to make this your primary PlayStation? I'm like, yes.
Yes, but it won't let me do that.
I'm gonna come over and look at your PlayStation.
I did all of the fucking internet search, man. I promise you.
Still gonna do it. I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna blow your little mind.
Little mind.
And I'm gonna make it work.
Little mind was right. This little mind was right about the Switch Pro. All right.
All right.
Take my wins. I'll take my losses.
I'm gonna come over and fix your PlayStation. Okay, we're gonna put this on pause. I'm gonna go over to this house right now. I'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. I'd kill you.
What?
No, yeah, man. I hate roommates. I've lived with a hooker, and it's not fun.
Yeah, no wonder you hate roommates. Fuck.
Yeah, it wasn't fucking by choice. I'll tell you that much.
What do you think of the Steam Deck?
I think the Steam Deck. But you can't buy it at Main Jam, so I'm not interested in it.
But you can buy at Main Jams. Some really cool design T-shirts, leggings, and water bottles and mugs.
I'm working on more stuff. The mugs. I'm proud of a lot of the mugs.
They're pretty snazzy, I gotta say.
The 1P4N mug is pretty cool. Snazzy. Yeah, I like that one. What else? Oh, I'm working on some graphic design work for my brother and my uncle for their business.
Oh yeah? Hell yeah, man.
Logos. And they're getting them some hoodies and shirts, stickers. I'm gonna do an embroidered hat at some point here.
Oh, what's the main story today, Andrew?
So let's. Oh, that was weird.
Andy's Gamma Java opening soon.
Gamma Java. I feel like there might be something there though. I like the rhyme. I just don't like the gamma part, but I feel like there is something there.
Because
like Java games.
Java Gamma Java.
All right. All right. So let's get on to let's get on to the main story. This is basically going to be like a retro episode, I guess, at this point, because we're talking about a retro game from 1998, 6, depending where you lived.
Andrew, what's the main topic that we're talking about right now, buddy?
Depending on your time zone, that would be hilarious.
It's we're gonna talk about the Pokemon series, is what we're gonna do.
Oh hell yeah!
We're gonna talk about Pokemon 1, 2, Gen 1, 2, and 3. So red, blue, yellow, if you would like, gold, silver, and crystal, and then sapphire and ruby. And yes, I said sapphire first to piss people off.
I hate you.
Yeah, so let's but we're gonna start with mostly what's piss you off. Let's start with Pokemon Red. And I even have the description on the back of the box. Would everyone like
Gotta
to hear what
catch
it
'em
said?
all.
It does say Pokemon gotta catch 'em all. It also says you've finally been granted your Pokemon trainer's license, which just sounds like you're hunting them now. Now it's
Hell
time
yeah.
to head out to become the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. It's going to take all you got to collect all 150 Pokemon in this enormous world, which is very hard to do unless you have a friend or a second Game
Fuck
Boy.
you too.
Catch and train
Monster.
monsters like the shockingly cute Pikachu face off against Blastoise's torrential water cannons. Stand strong when facing Pidgeot's stormy gusts. Trade with friends and watch your Pokemon evolve. Important, no single Pokemon can win it all. Can you develop the ultimate Pokemon strategy to defeat the 8 gym leaders and become the greatest Pokemon master of them all? You know how it doesn't mention anything about the Elite Four after that?
Because Elite Four are special.
But see, but then it also has and dot forms is really interesting. It's collect up to 139 different Pokemon playing the red version using the game link cable sold separately.
Oh yeah.
Trade with friends who has the blue version to capture all 150.
Yeah. So essentially, I think it was. I'm not quite sure, so don't quote me on it. You weren't able to get Machamp in red. You were able to get Alakazam.
You mean like you couldn't catch Abra, you could only catch
Machop, right?
Yeah.
So there's certain Pokemon that were only in versions of the games,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
did that
yeah.
for quite a while. For quite a while, they did that. It just doesn't really make sense now. But yeah, it was actually kind of hard to get the whole 151.
No, it was super tough actually, and I was actually kind of I actually totally thought they had this is a
I
very
can't remember. Well, okay, well, I'm actually gonna look it up right now. I want to know which Pokemons were in what.
You know what's funny is I actually have it on my phone. I actually have a PDF of the guidebook, believe it or not, because I was lame and was playing Pokemon a lot in the last little while, and so I decided to just to put them on my phone along with like everything else that I have.
Put them on your phone, bro.
Put them on my phone, bro. Like I got all 3 guides too. How intense is that? Actually, you know what's funny though is not until the Pokemon Yellow guide does it actually tell you what Pokemon you can get.
Okay, so in Pokemon Blue, you're able to get Ekans, Arbok, Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, Mankey and Primate, Growlithe and Arcanine, Scyther and Electabuzz. And in Red, you're able to get Sandshrew and Sandslash, Bellsprout and Weeping Bell, Victory Bell, Meowth and Persian, Vulpix and Ninetales, Pinsir and Magmar. So you're only able to get there's quite a bit of Pokemon that you're only able to get in Red,
So-
and quite a bit of Pokemon you're only able to get in Blue.
Hold up. So you were saying what Pokemon you can catch in Blue?
For Blue, it's Ekans and Arbok, Oddish, Gloom,
Actually-
and Vileplume.
I think you have it backwards, man.
This is on Google.
I know, but I'm actually looking at the guide and it says Pokemon in black, Pokemon on a gray background. Pokemon on a gray background do not appear in the version of the game. Trading is the only way, which is Ekans, Arbok, Mankey, Growlithe. I'm reading the guidebook, like not the one that's on the screen because it's actually only in yellow do they actually tell you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, you're right.
But
you're
that's
right.
what Google says.
Oh, well, Google's wrong.
Google's right 90% of the time. I bet that guidebook's wrong. Fuck you.
And this is the official Nintendo guidebook.
Nintendo's dumb.
Also, just for fun though, the Pokemon you can't catch in yellow was Weedle, Ekans, Meowth, Coughing, Jinx, Electabuzz, or Magmar.
Oh, they went with Electabuzz, yeah.
No, you can't catch Electabuzz
And Magmar.
and Magmar or Jinx. You can catch like Pinsir and Tauros.
Yeah, but we're
Scyther,
kind
and
of just gonna ignore Jinx.
Yeah, Jinx was pretty racist back then too, so we
Yeah.
should all ignore Jinx.
Ignore Jinx.
But yeah, but you can catch Coughing, Meowth, Ekans, and Weedle. And you know what's really funny though is like when I was a kid, like and just starting off the conversation too. But when I was a kid, I always thought you could catch all of them in yellow. Like I thought that was the point of yellow,
Mm-mm.
which was like super dissatisfying when
You tried to do it.
yeah, when you're like, well, fuck this game. Like what the fuck? I'm like
In
9 years old.
In Gen 1, when I was playing through when I was a kid, I never really cared about getting 100, all the Pokemon. I started carrying around like Gen 4, really.
Oh, I care every time. It's my problem.
Right.
So
No, Andrew, the problem is you care too much.
I do care too much. But okay, so so we know what let me say okay, so one more time just to really top it off.
Okay, so
Okay, so the Pokemon you can't catch in Red and Blue, just to reiterate, because I feel like we really went off topic, and I kind of want to go into like the game itself. So in Red, you can't catch Sandshrew, Vulpix, Meowth, Bellsprout, Magmar, Pinsir. But and in Blue, you can't catch Ekans, Mankey, Growlithe, and is that it?
Flume, Gloom,
Fucking
and Oddish.
sorry, the screen's just like zooming in on me.
This is a mess.
Yeah, no,
This is a mess.
my phone was a mess. Yeah, so Ekans, Mankey. Oh yeah, you're right. You can't catch Oddish.
Mm-hmm.
And Scyther and Electabuzz. Man, the blue and the black were really close in this game. And Growlithe. So okay, so we're back in, again 1998, 1996, depending where you are. And this fucking game comes out and everyone's like all hyped about it and shit, and trading cards are out. The anime is out, we're all watching it, we're all trading our cards. We're all watching the anime, gobbling that shit up super hard about how Ash Ketchum's a shitty Pokemon trainer because he doesn't win the Elite Four until whatever the fuck.
Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
Gen
Sun
7.
and Moon. Yeah, because he's a shitty.
No,
Pokemon
he's just
trainer.
a bad trainer because he gets rid of all of his good mons and tries to fight the fucking Elite Four with baby Pokemon.
Yeah, because that fucker just lets Butterfree fucking fly away so it can go bang some other Butterfrees. Like, what the fuck was up with that?
He had a Pidgeot and he just left it. He's like, don't worry, Pidgeot, I'll come back in a couple days. Fucking Pidgeot's still hanging out with those Pidgeys. Fuck, I'm so angry now.
Anyways, all right. So we read the back of the game, and now we have Pokemon Red or Blue, whatever you like. I'm reading the guidebook for both, but all right. So we start off in Pallet Town. All right, Austin, what was your starter when you played this game? What was your go-to starter?
Even though that Bulbasaur is canonically the best starter.
Don't get me started.
Right.
Oh my god.
Canonically the best starter. I always went Blastoise.
Why'd you always choose Blastoise if Bulbasaur was always...
Because I was uneducated at the time.
Yeah. But, young and stupid.
But yeah, no, and because I always liked Squirtle. Like I always wanted to go through with Charizard, but fuck, Charizard's so cool, but he's so bad.
Yeah, he. I don't like the fact that because when Venusaur, so Bulbasaur goes into grass poison, and then Blastoise is strictly just water.
Mm-hmm. Very good defensive typing.
And then you have Charizard, which is flying.
Fire flying.
Flying, yeah, which is kind of shitty because there's a lot of Pokemon that are good against fire flying.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's why he becomes such a shitty Pokemon, is because he has the most to lose when it comes to battling other Pokemon.
Well, that, and he just has a rough start with rock and water for the first two gyms.
Yeah, so you cannot rely on him in any shape or form. For me though, it was I think when I first played through, again, I don't know, this was years ago, I went with Charmander. I thought Charizard was so badass. I didn't care. I cared about what they looked like, and I did not give two shits about their stats. Actually, I was the worst Pokemon player because when I was younger, I would literally just... I would evolve. I would just train one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I would just train my starter all the way through, and you're just you get to the Elite Four, and you're like, good thing I have 1,000 fucking super potions on me and a shit ton of revives, and then you just sacrifice the other ones just to revive that one.
You look at Rattata and you're go out there. He's facing down 4 Dragonites. He's like, why have you forsaken me?
Yeah, I know. And then also you talk, and it's so funny because you fight Gary or whatever the fuck you used to name him, and he was the opinion my Pokemon need to be strong, and you're like, oh Gary, you treat your Pokemon so shitty, but here's me throwing out my weaklings to just die.
So I can save my Chad.
So, yeah, I can save my one Pokemon. But yeah, so that was, and then you hit Route 1, and Route 1's just full of Pidgeys and Rattatas and nothing great. Also,
Rattata.
I also hate that. Like I hate like the hurdles that you had to jump over. Like because like going back to Pallet Town was like a cinch, but then when you like were like, oh, like I have to like go back to Viridian City,
Viridian City.
and you have to like literally walk through that grass all over again, and like just try and kill everything you see because I mean, A, you want to train your Pokemon, but B is like every 5 steps is you're encountering a Pidgey or a
Yeah, it's power level
Rattata.
your Pokemon. It's Rattata.
It's Ricotta is what it is. But yeah, so you get to Viridian City. It's your first gym. It's good old Brock. Good old Brock, my man. And
I really want to say something, but it's not appropriate.
please don't. I don't know what
That's
it
why I'm
is.
not gonna say it.
Anyways,
That's why I'm not gonna say it.
so yeah, we get to Viridian City, and nothing really happens. I don't think in Viridian City, you know.
No, you just fight Brock. Then you head to, I believe it's Mount Moon. I'm not sure. You got to go through Mount Moon.
Viridian
No,
Forest.
it's Viridian Forest to get
Yeah.
to. No, you don't fight anybody in Viridian City because Brock's in.
Oh right, yeah, because
Winter
Viridian City, yeah, Viridian City's
where
last gym.
yeah, that's
Giovanni.
where Giovanni's gym
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
You go
yeah.
through Viridian
Man,
Forest.
it's like we don't know how to play this game at all. Like we've
Dude,
never played this game.
we should totally do a playthrough. Like
I got the game on my PC.
I was just, yeah, just share the screen and I'll talk over you, man. We should run through these, all of them. I
Yeah.
think that'd be a pretty good idea. But yeah, so you go through Viridian Forest and there's a bunch of bug types and you can always get like a Beedrill. But I always preferred Butterfree because Butterfree
Me
came
too.
with Sleep Powder because Sleep Powder was awesome.
Also, I learned Confusion, which I thought was when you're starting off that game. It
Well,
was the
Psychic
best.
types in Gen 1 were literally broken. Because I believe, I might be wrong here, there's only like 1 or 2 actual good bug type moves. Right? And in Gen 1, the only weakness that Psychic types had was bug types. And guess what? Bug types fucking suck. Right? So, you're like, well, let's make this all-powerful Psychic types and give them the weakest fucking Pokemon type to like combat it. Yeah, cool. Thanks, game.
Yeah, fuck you, game.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
you,
fuck you.
fuck you, game. Also, this is where you get to catch Pikachu, which is like the one Pokemon anyone and all kids wanted.
I did.
You did or didn't?
I did.
Yeah, I did too.
No, I did not. Eevee.
Oh, you did
Eevee all
not.
the way.
Yeah,
I didn't.
You didn't want him. Sorry,
Yeah,
you
Eevee all
said
the
that. You said that so fast. I thought it was like a Newfoundland drive-by. But
Hey, you forgot your coffee, eh?
well, they talk a lot faster than that. It's like a rap off. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted Pikachu, and then like I caught Pikachu, and then I just never trained Pikachu. But I mean, I caught it. That's all that mattered. But yeah, so then yeah, you go through Viridian Forest. Yeah, you're right, and you get like there's like always the items. So like what in Viridian Forest, you had like it's like when you first see like the Pokeball, Antidote, and Potion, which is like kicking around.
Mhm.
And you also get to fight some trainers, which was always fun because you didn't find anyone until you got to Viridian Forest.
Yeah, youngster Joey. What a Chad.
Also, I'd like to talk about how I remember you couldn't even pass. Like, I don't remember actually when you pass, like, because when you try to go to Viridian Forest, there's that old man that has to like show you how to catch a Pokemon, and like you couldn't.
Professor Oak. Professor Oak teaches you how to catch Pokemon.
No, it's an old man in this one. Oops. It's the old man that's sitting. He's like right outside the city limits. He's like right. I have a guidebook open, so there you go. He's right here. You can zoom in. He's right. He's that guy. Oh, is this chick? Oh, is it not him? Oh, maybe you're right.
I'm pretty sure Professor Oak teaches you how to catch a ball.
I'm pretty sure it's
throw
not.
a Pokeball.
I don't think it is. It's not until you get to It's not until you get to Sapphire and Ruby does a professor take you out to go catch a Pokemon because you have to go look for him first.
Yeah, because
It's this old man right here. It's this fucker.
All right, when you move your mic, your mouse over that, it's just a mouse going over a smaller dot. That's all it is.
Here you go. Here. Zoom and enhance image.
Enhance.
It's this fucker. It's this old man.
Oh yeah.
And I swear to God, I will YouTube this up if I have to. He goes in, he's like, hey, do you need to learn how to catch a Pokemon? Because he won't let you fucking go by.
Yeah, he's an old person though, so he'd probably call it Pokemans.
Yeah, he's a Pokegramps. And And so yeah, and then he catches a shitty Caterpie. I just can't remember though if you can say no and then you can walk by him. Actually, I
I
don't
don't know.
remember that.
That seems like it wouldn't be in this game.
Nah, they don't
It's
let
too
you say.
convenient.
They don't let you say no in this game. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, so yeah, okay, so we got through Viridian Forest. We're in Pewter City. My God, we have 2 more games to work through.
I was gonna say, I don't know why we're going through the entire game.
I don't know. I want to go bit by bit. We'll just go. So okay, so we find because like I kind of want to talk about our experience with this game, and I feel like it's a lot more than just being like, oh, our favorite parts are like, I don't know. It's just like there's so much that happens in this game too, and it's actually ideally it's not really that long of a game, but like we're not gonna go through like we're kind of just gonna brush through a lot of the shit. Like I mean, and hit some points. But so okay, so we fight Brock. Brock is garbage. He's got
Leave Brock out of this.
He's got Geodude and Onix, and he's a garbage Pokemon. Also, there's the secret lab. I was actually looking for that a while ago.
Okay.
I should go back.
So Onix is actually a bad Pokemon, but
He is a bad Pokemon.
like this is why I like the second game a lot better than the first game, is because by the time you get back to Kanto in the second game, all the gym leaders have their full 6 Pokemon, how they would actually do it. So they made this like mini series, Andrew, called Pokemon Origins, right?
That's where the Pokemon originated.
No, it's just because instead of playing Ash being the main character, it's actually Red, right? And when he goes to fight Brock, Brock actually has all 6 of his Pokemon, but he decides to use 2 of his weakest ones because all he has is a Charmander and Pikachu, right? Yeah. So that's the reason why these earlier gym leaders are only using like 2 Pokemon. They actually have all 6, but it's just so that way you don't get your ass kicked by like an adult.
I also like how
you are 10 years old.
Why are we only going through like this whole game and then tells me like a whole fucking story about Brock and
anyways, you decided to do it. Fuck you.
So anyway, so now we have Mount Moon. And this is another decision. This is another big decision for everybody. Also, did you guys work or I don't Bones, you didn't play Pokemon, did you? All right. So we have we're in Mount Moon. Did you work hard to find a Clefairy? Did you even give a shit?
I didn't give a fuck about Clefairy.
All right. And then what's the fossil you chose?
I don't remember what it's called because I always went with
There's Dome and Helix. So
all right,
the Dome is
I went with Kabuto.
So Dome. I always went with Helix. I went with Omanyte.
Yeah, but you also had you were also like a fire type, right?
Yeah.
So water rock is better than bug rock, I believe it was. But I mean, they both could be water rock for all I fucking know.
I think they are both. I think only Kabuto's isn't Kabuto water. Yeah, water rock. But I think one's water rock, and maybe one's water ground, or just water. I don't remember.
I think I was about to say. I think Amistar is that.
Yeah. Okay. So we get Cerulean City, and then we meet Misty.
Cerulean City.
And then you have to. So this is actually the first place I would do the Mew glitch.
Or did you try to push the fucking truck?
No, the truck. What truck?
So in the early versions of this game, this is back before the internet. So people had a theory how you can get Mew, and there's this truck in Viridian City, right, where you could push it. It was either Viridian City or Cerulean City, I'm not quite sure. Where you could push the truck, and the Mew would be underneath the truck, right?
Oh, okay.
That wasn't true, because you weren't actually able to get Mew until the first movie came out. But no one knew that.
I know I would I do the Mew glitch here where you would go into, so like when you go up to, I zoomed in too much. When you go up to Route 24 and 25, there's like and then you go into the grass on your left where like I'm sure most people caught Abra, because that's where I would always catch Abra anyways. And so I would go here, and then there's the trainer that's like in that grass area, and I would try and like really hard to like, you have to like walk down a little bit, and then soon like when he sees you, you try to hit pause, and you save your game, and then when you hit unpause and turn it off, and then when you turn it back on and open your save account again, then he walks up to you and you fight him, and then when you walk back all the way without running into anything, you run into Mew like on the bridge. That was a glitch I would use. It took me a few tries because it's really hard to try and hit start when you're noticed.
By the way, once since we're still in Cerulean City here, fuck Misty Starmie. That thing was an asshole.
Yeah.
Still is an asshole.
But like, you know what? I always find with the gym leaders too, like as you go, like I don't know, like I don't grind that hard in this game. So like, I think I'm currently playing Soul Silver right now, and I mean my Pokemon are all like level 24, 25, but I'm like taking on like level 30s because like,
Spread moves. You know.
yeah. It's fine, but I'm just saying that like the gym leaders levels like drastically like get higher and higher.
Yeah.
Like there's such huge, it's a huge spread from like when you start off to like level like 10 to 11 and you're straight up going to like level 20s. Like, dude, I walked over to a city. Like it's not that far.
Well, anything before Gen 5, or even like after Gen 5, really, anything before Gen 6, they were actually competent RBGs, right? They really started to dumb it down, right? So they wanted you to grind because they wanted it to be a challenge.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It was just, it wasn't fun. I mean, I made it through, but it's just like once you get to Elite Four, though, you do have to, like, if you didn't grind, you have to grind when you get to the Elite Four because you're fighting level 70 and 80 Pokemon. So if you're not already up there yet, and you're like if you're halfway through the game, you're at like level 40, you got some shit to do. So all right, so Lieutenant Surge, we're in Vermilion City because nothing really happens in between. Like you meet like I actually hated the Pokemon daycare situations. I hated it.
I never use it.
Yeah, I didn't use it either, so I thought it was stupid. And if you used it, email us. But yeah, so we got Lieutenant Surge and all that crap. And I don't know. Vermilion City was interesting because you got like there was the trading post, and it was like the first time you run into the SS Anne, which I actually thought was super challenging and a lot of fun at the same time. And Bones, are you back?
Oh, I'm back now.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I asked earlier, did you play any Pokemon games or no?
No, Andrew. I regret to report to you that, and our listeners, I regret to report to you, I have not played any Pokemon games, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I deeply regret it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, hey, we got our first medal.
I'm giving you a deep, heartfelt apology, and you're like, just pause, and then, something totally unrelated. You weren't even listening.
I was.
You weren't even listening, Andrew. Pouring my heart out on this podcast to our listeners around the world, and to you.
I was listening. It's just a fun update that we won a silver. Canada won a silver in swimming. So
what?
Yeah.
Good for us.
First medal.
Oh, us.
Let's go 2020. Yeah, us. We did it. You and I. We won our first silver.
And if there's any haters, they hate us because they ain't us.
Oh my god. You mean anus, right? That's what we're going for?
Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard.
Okay, well, we know where Andrew's going with this.
You ain't anus. That's what you said.
They hate us because they ain't
us. So well.
Pardon my speech impediment, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
I really shouldn't be here.
That's fine. It's nice to have you here, man. You know, you're part of the group, and it's nice to get your feedback and your little chompy chomp sounds.
I'm chipping in with my mugs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we're in Vermilion City, and this is where this is where we see the Saint Anne and fight Lieutenant Surge, and you get to learn Cut because the sea captain's garbage, and he's a sea captain who gets sick. He gets seasick because he's a sea captain. So someone thought that plot out really well.
The Lieutenant Surge battle. His battle was always really easy for me.
Yeah, because
garbage
Pokemon.
Yeah, well, because he's not a really super powerful gym. But his puzzle was so fucking annoying. It was all random chance.
Yeah, it was the stupid switch.
Yeah, the two stupid fucking garbage can switches that he had. Lieutenant Surge, you're an asshole. But at the same time, if you had a water type and you didn't really have anything to really fight him, you could always go into Mount Moon and catch a Diglett or a Dugtrio and totally wipe the floor of him. It was always super easy that way.
In Mount Moon or Diglett Cave?
Diglett's fucking cave.
Okay, you said Mount Moon. I just wanted to clarify. I just want to point out, guys, that this is the guy who, like, almost on every third episode claims he's like the Pokemon knowledge of all, and fucking gets Mount Moon and Diglett Cave mixed up.
Wow,
embarrassing.
throwing shade like that.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
Hey, you guys missed me. Hey, you know what? Actually, fuck you, because the last episode I can say whatever the fuck I want. Anyways,
You're right. No, you're not wrong. I was talking mad shit that episode.
yeah. So, anyways, all right. Yeah. So we have Diglett's Cave. Fuck Diglett's Cave. We're gonna move on. Rock Tunnel. This was fun because this is where you had to use Flash to
I
get
hated
through.
this place.
I hate it. You know what? Out of all the tunnels I had to go through, this was definitely the easiest one. But it was really annoying how often you'd run into like a Pokemon, like how like,
Mhm.
and it was, and what was it all the time? Fucking
Zubat.
Zubats.
Yeah.
All the fucking time, because we didn't. You know what? How does this place not have coronavirus?
Hmm.
Like, let's be real here.
Wow, too soon. Too soon.
I mean, like, there's people hanging out in this map. You definitely know, like, bats are shitting on them. My
Wow.
God. Anyways, yeah, and then okay, I will say,
Creepiest music.
yeah, Lavender Town. But I was actually gonna say, you know what? So we go to Lavender Town, and yeah, you go. First off, it's really sad when you walk into Pokemon Tower, and you like learn about like Cubone's like mom and shit, and then you learn about how like the Cubones are and how they're raised. Super sad shit. Don't like it. And then also the fact that like you can't catch Pokemon until you get the Self Scope, which is fine, I understand. But then when you catch Ghost Pokemon, you have to have friends. If you're a loner kid,
You won't be able to ever get Ghastly.
Gengar.
No, Ghastly. Gengar, yeah.
Yeah, you'll never get Gengar, and I think that's absolute bullshit. I
Same
kind of
thing
wish.
with Machamp and Alakazam.
I know. I kind of wish, and I don't know why they never did do this. I kind of wish sometimes, like there was just someone you could like trade with in the game and then trade back with if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think that would have been a smart
And, like,
thing to do, but they probably weren't thinking of that.
No, but even if they did that in Silver and Gold, because what would be really cool is that since Silver and Gold was the first game to introduce like time, it'd be nice that like every day you'd go back and they'd have like maybe a different Pokemon to trade, and like it could always be like, and I'm not saying it always has to be a Pokemon from a different game, but like there'd be like that odd chance where like, oh, if you go and check him, like whatever, there's a good chance you could have a Pokemon from like Silver or Gold that you could get, right?
So they don't have that even in like a lot of the newer games because you can just trade now with anybody.
Yeah, I know there's Wonder Trade and shit. I hated Wonder Trade.
I love Wonder Trades.
I hated Wonder
one
Trade
of my favorite things.
Because my partner,
But,
I had this great fucking whatever the fuck the evolved form is of Wingull. And
Pelipper.
and you know what? I love that fucking Pokemon so much. And then fucking Victoria just goes and Wonder trades it away just cause. And she's like, I was mad at you. I'm like, am I on like an Instagram story? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, why are you hurting me this way?
So, fun fact about Lavender Town before we get too off topic there. I gotta pull the bones here and try to keep us steered straight here. You know when you run into your rival in there, right?
Yeah.
So there's a big theory that when you fight him before the Diglett Tunnel, right? Or the Dark Cave or whatever it's called, I can't remember now. Where he has Eradicate, right? And once you fight him in here, he doesn't have the Eradicate anymore. He has a different Pokemon. I think it's like a Nidoqueen, or it's like a Nidorina, right? So there's a theory where you actually killed his Raticate, and his Raticate died because he wasn't able to get through to heal it fast enough at the Pokemon Center, and that's why he's there. He's burying his Raticate.
Super sad, man.
Or, like most normal people just assumed he just put it in the box like all the other people, but you never know.
No, well, he probably just let it loose and shot it after. Like old Yeller. It was too weak. We know how power hungry he is.
Power hungry he is.
The hell was that sound?
Someone's in your house.
Probably.
Start yelling out descriptives, alright? I'll get on the phone and I'll be like,
I know what you're gonna do. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. All right, so we're in Celadon City, and this is where I got addicted to the fucking what do you call it? Exchange corner.
Gambling.
Yeah, this is where
Wow.
actually I found a trick, man. I do really good here now. I know how to
You're
do. I know how to do this. Hey,
man,
I just got.
just let me a couple Poke coins, man. I
Oh
just
no,
need.
fuck! I never lost.
I figured it out. I figured it out. I'll be able
I
to get you
never.
all the coins.
I never lost. Never lost. I got super close to getting Porygon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
Well,
at
I need to just get
7,000.
Porygon.
Because I got really tired. I stopped playing the game, actually. I was going to say I got really tired of it, but I actually just stopped playing the game, and I moved on to Soul Silver. I think that was on my yellow version, because I beat my blue version, and then I was replaying again through yellow. But yeah, so, and then yeah, you, yeah, I don't know. There's not really much. I mean, this is where you have the department stores, which was like revolutionary for me after like going through everything, and then you get to the department stores and you can get whatever the fuck item you want.
Yeah, it was always really handy.
Yeah, so I was a huge thing. Anything you have on Celadon City?
Not really. This
I
is
guess
where you
there's
get Eevee.
yeah, because and then this is also where you get when you go to the basement, the game corner, and there's that stupid fucking push arrow crap.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, who was your go-to? Let me guess, Jolteon.
Yeah, in the original games, yes, because I used to play with Bulbasaur a lot, or not Bulbasaur, Blastoise a lot.
Yeah.
But Vaporeon is my favorite evolution.
Yeah, I have to say that I think Vaporeon's mine too.
It's just so cute.
Yeah, and we go through the game corner and we go fight Team Rocket hardcore in this one, and this is where we do a lot of fights. I mean, this is as intense as getting the Silph Scope, but it's not fun either. Oh no, you do get the Silph Scope here. Sorry, I meant the Great Ball. Yeah, and then you Erica and her fucking grass Pokemon. She just light on fire and burn down like a motherfucker. So, we all here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right.
I just don't have anything to say about Erica. I
That's fine.
honestly forgot she was the gym leader.
Pokemon Tower. This is where
Hey.
you get Ghastly and the flute to wake up Snorlax later in the game, which is fun. Good thing they gave you a couple chances.
Snorlax, good Pokemon.
Saffron City.
Oh, this is where you get the fighting ones.
Yeah.
This is where you could get Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan.
Yeah, you gotta go the
dojo.
Yeah, the dojo.
Yeah, man, he was so pissed because Sabrina showed up with her psychic powers and took his gym from him.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, he only had two Pokemon because back then there was only 2 fighting Pokemon or 3.
And she's a stubborn bitch. Look at her; she looks angry in this photo. Look how angry she looks.
In the manga, like she's actually evil.
Yeah, well, she was evil in the anime too.
No, like, so yeah, but that was just revealed that it was like all like her. She was haunted as a child. In the the Pokemon manga, like Andrew, if you ever wanted like some surprisingly competent manga, right? The Pokemon manga is fucking crazy. Like, Sabrina, Lieutenant Surge, and I want to say Koba. They joined the Elite Four. In the manga, the Elite Four are like Pokemon trainers who think they're better than everybody else and try to take over the world. Like Pokemon die in that manga. It's fucking pretty awesome.
I'm also gonna say that we're just gonna do this one, and then maybe we'll redo that little intro at the end because I'm not gonna go through the other 2 games.
We can always just do a bunch of these episodes when we don't have any time.
Yeah, so we'll just maybe do a few of those. Okay, and then yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird that she has like Kadabra, Mr. Mime, Alakazam, and there's fucking Venomoth just in there.
Because Venomoth got a lot of psychic moves.
I know, but it's a garbage Pokemon. Like who wants a Venonat? I don't. I don't want a Venonat. We have the Silphco. Yeah, so this is where we get the Silph Scope, which is kind of a pain in the ass. There's a lot of floors, and this is the one with all the fucking teleportations. I don't know how well you did here. I did this without a guide, and it was very tough. You had to get super lucky on this one.
Not really. I just kind of started walking around until I finally got it.
Yeah, there's a lot of walking around though. You got like 5 floors of walking around, 7 floors, 9 floors of walking around. It's a lot of walking around. 10 floors of walking around.
How many floors?
10 floors of walking around. You also get Lapras here too.
Yeah, good Pokemon.
And it's good Pokemon.
Ice types are super broken in this game as well.
Oh yeah, she was water ice in here because I forget. I thought she was like there's a bit where she's just water and she wasn't ice.
See, what's it called? The Blizzard had 100% hit chance.
Yeah.
So you could just pretty much wipe anything out, even if it wasn't really weak to Blizzard. That's the reason why Articuno was the best bird. Now it's the worst bird.
Fuck, man, catching legendaries not even there yet. All right, here we are, Route 12. Isn't it where we get? Isn't it where you can get the super rod? And you can stop catching the magic caps.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, and then this is where you get Snorlax and a few other shitty Pokemon that are kicking around.
Whoa! How dare you say that about Snorlax? Snorlax was awesome.
I said Snorlax and some other shitty Pokemon. Snorlax wasn't included in that group. Ditto, were you a Ditto? I don't know what I hated Ditto as a Pokemon. I really did.
Ditto didn't start getting good until I want to say Gen 2 or Gen 3 because once abilities were introduced, Ditto was able to get the perks along with it. So like say like your opponent like belly drummed. You throw Ditto would stay at full HP but also get the stat bonuses of belly drum.
I hated Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought Ditto was a shitty Pokemon. Gloom. There's a few in red, none in blue. But you can actually catch a few Glooms is pretty intense. Oh yeah, and then here you go. And then also, if you caught 50 different types of Pokemon, and you went and visit the goddamn person on Route 4 or 15, like going into Fuchsia City, you got the fucking share XP, which was garbage in Gen 1.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Man, it was so bad. It was like an eighth of like what you would get with other Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree with you.
Yeah, fuck, it was garbage. Fuchsia City. This is where
I don't even remember. Oh, that's just where the Safari Zone was.
Yeah, and then you
get. I don't even remember
Surf.
this.
Yeah, you get Surf. You'd find the golden teeth.
I got the golden teeth.
And and whatever. I don't know. I didn't really hang out a lot in Fuchsia City. Like there wasn't.
I agree.
There wasn't really much to do in Fuchsia City. There's a sweepstakes, which you couldn't do until after because you had to get whatever. And then you had Koga, the gym leader, which used nothing but poison types. And I will say Muck is a pain in my ass sometimes. And so was the Weezing, actually, when I fought this guy. I hated Muck, though. I hated Poison Gas so much.
See, Koga was always forgettable for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he wasn't hard. It was just irritating. But yeah, Safari Zone, which is where I don't know. I hated it. I hated the Safari Zone.
I loved it.
Throw rocks or food, and either way, you didn't know what you were gonna get. It's almost like there was like a code to some of these things. But you got some good shit though. Like I mean, like you had like Doduo, Execute, Kangaskong, Scyther, Pinsir. You know, you got some of the fun Pokemon in this one. Other than that, yeah. And then you got Surf at the end, which is very important. It's kind of why you had to do it. But it's kind of weird because, like, unless you had a guidebook, there's no way for you to know that you would get Surf. Sorry, I'm really close.
No, you're right.
Like, imagine playing this game. Like, I mean, I shouldn't say that I was a young person. Maybe a little more. I was smarter, and we also kind of had the internet a little bit. But, like, yeah, trying to get Surf and not having a guidebook was not a good time. Yeah. Then once you got Surf, you can go to the power plant. If you go back up to go visit, did you have to go visit somebody to get there? Didn't you have to go back and see Bill to go to the power plant, or am I wrong?
Yeah, power plant's where you get Zapdos, but
Yeah,
no, I don't even think you needed to do that. I think,
it was. Yeah, Celadon City. I think you had to go.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the power plant. Yeah, it's the first time you got Zapdos. Did you save before you fought him?
Yeah, I'm not fucking psychotic.
Did you do it as a
I'm not
kid?
gonna go in there. Yeah,
Oh fuck!
I used to say
I got
I
lucky
never
the
really
first time.
started to actually like get super good at like running through these games until like Gen 2. So I used to like I just didn't really understood like the super effective system yet because I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I saved before every fight because I didn't want to have to go back because I remembered I had started a game when I first got it, right? And I was playing through it and I got really far, but then I didn't like I lost, right? And it just put me back to the Pokemon Center. But then I got angry, so I shut it off, right? And then when I came back on my Game Boy, right? I came back, turned it on, and I didn't have any save states. So after that, I save after every fucking thing.
Yeah. You asked me earlier before we started this what my favorite Pokemon is.
Yeah.
It's Tentacruel.
Well, I mean, Tentacruel's a good Pokemon.
Well, it's not. I didn't really pick from stats. I just remember watching the anime and like how big Tentacruels were when you watch the anime and they take over that city and stuff or whatever. I mean, I know they're not naturally that big, but they just looked so cool and like just menacing, and I thought they were super cool. But they're not awesome Pokemon.
I can agree with that.
But
well, I mean,
yeah.
they are actually really good, like for like water poison kind of thing. They're
Yeah.
a really good Pokemon. It's just, there was better options out there.
Yeah. Like Gold Duck. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's just like it because either
Gyarados,
you had
you're badass.
Blastoise or Gyarados, right? And at that
Yeah.
point, why would you need Tentacruel?
All right, so we go to Seafoam Island. Sorry, we went through whatever the fuck the power plant, and now we're going back through Fuchsia City, and we're gonna go to Seafoam Island and go through. Is it the cave? Is that what it's called? The caves? Yeah, Seafoam. And work your way through that garbage. This is where you actually see what do you call it? Seal and Dugong for the first time, and Articuno. Yeah, this is where you run into Articuno for the not too long. It's funny that you get Zapdos and then like literally like probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes later you run into Articuno. And that's if you know Fly. And yeah, so I don't know. Articuno's cool. But yeah, that's the next legendary Pokemon that you catch. Did you keep the legendaries in your party? Like when you played through the game?
I kept Zapdos because I like the design of Zapdos, but I didn't really keep the other ones.
No, Moltres Articuno.
Well, it's just because I didn't really have a good lightning type, so I always kept for my main team. I always kept Zapdos instead.
Yeah. And then we're on Cinnabar Island, and this is where
Blaine.
Yeah, so you got Blaine. This is where you see Magmar, Grimer.
Grimer.
Yeah, you fight Blaine, and I don't know, Blaine. I didn't think he was that memorable. I don't think he was that hard because.
No.
I mean, you start with a water type, you're pretty good. Start with a grass type, a little tough. Start with a fire type.
His ace is fucking
Arcanine.
Magmar.
Oh, and this one's Arcanine.
Oh, I guess it was in that one, but in like all the other media is always Magmar.
Yeah. Well, this is where you. So yeah. So we get to. Sorry, I got too far away from the mic. Pokemon Mansion, and yeah, this is where you had if you had the time, and you really wanted a fucking Magmar, this is where you go hunting for a goddamn Magmar. Because they were, I think it was like.
No, and them juicy little Magmars.
It was like a 1 in 20 chance, and that's only in blue. They weren't even in red, which is kind of ironic.
I'll take them anyway. I can get them.
and then yeah. So then we end up going back to the place where we thought Brock was, Viridian City, and we fight Giovanni.
City.
Giovanni. and
Yeah.
we kill Giovanni because he's not memorable.
Well,
'Cause-
ground types just weren't amazing in Gen 1, that's all.
And he also had Nido King and Nido Queen. Jesus Christ.
They were actually fucking beasts, alright?
Neato.
Yeah. And yeah, Route 2223, we're on our way to Victory Road. And this is where we're going to run into Moltres and on Victory Road. And we catch Moltres, and then we're on the Indigo Plateau, and this is where we fight L'Oreali, Agatha, Bruno, and Lance.
L'Oreal is always super forgettable.
Yeah, well, she's always she's the first one, so she's the easiest to beat.
Mm-hmm. Agatha was the coolest because she had ghost types, and apparently she was Oak's rival.
Yeah, and you have Bruno, who just had fighting types, and then Lance, which was strictly dragon types, I guess.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, I mean,
he had a Gyarados,
Dragonair, 2 Dragonairs,
and 3 Dragonites, right? Yeah. But for a Dragon Master, he should have realized it wasn't a great type, even though it had no weaknesses back in Gen 1, because there's only ever one actual, no, I think it was either 1 or 2 Dragon type moves in Gen 1, which is Twister and Dragon Rage. And Dragon Rage caps out at 40 damage. So you didn't get any stab at all. So it was all spread moves, man. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that when you fight Gary, though, depending on your starters, he had different Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to play this game now, which is normally what I do before bed. I play it for like half an hour, 45 minutes. All right, so we're now champions of the world. We've killed all, like, what? 5, 10, 15, 20. And then you have another 6, so 26 Pokemon. We just killed them all. Murdered them, put them on fire, or drowned them, or slice them with leaves. however you choose to do this. And now we're in the unknown dungeon, and this is where we encounter.
Where are we?
The Mewtwo. And this is where you're not an idiot and waste your. And hopefully you weren't an idiot and waste your Ultra Ball,
your Master Ball,
or your Master Ball on some garbage fucking Pokemon. And you were able to catch Mewtwo. You know what? It's funny because when I was younger, one of my parties was a level 100. I had 2 level 100 Mewtwo's, a Zapdos, an Articuno, and a Moltres.
Jealous?
Yeah, that was one of my parties. And I only managed to make that happen because one of my friends had Pokemon. And he just was starting out. And I was like, oh, hey, man, like, can I... What did I do? How did I do that? I think I traded him 1 Mewtwo and then played through the game again and then traded him a second Mewtwo. And then, so like when he was playing through the game the first time, he already had a Mewtwo at level whatever the fuck you get it at. So he kind of blew through that game pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was that's Pokemon 1. And I know I said we're gonna go through 2 and 3, but I didn't think that was going to take us as long to go through. Like, I didn't want to go through, like, I was just trying to speed through. I was trying to, like, speed through, like, the cities and important, notable things that we do in the game. But thoughts on Pokemon 1? Like, personal experiences, stories? Anecdotes?
It's a really good game.
It was the first game.
But it's not, I don't think it's the best game at any rights.
I think it's the best game in the sense that, like, it was the introduction to this whole fucking franchise. And I think... Like, you're right. It's not the best game overall, but I think it has its merits for what it wanted to be. But like comparing to what we have now, well, actually, hold up. Compared to have now, I actually hate more of our more modern games than I think I like this one more than I like our more modern ones
because it was harder.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, it was harder. It was more challenging. You know, I do like. I did like when they introduced like the share XP, you know, that made playing that made playing it a lot easier for sure. I did not like the fact that I had to like, you know, swap out my Pokemon all the time. And, you know, like, I mean, even with the XP share on this one, I just pick 2 Pokemon, like whatever Pokemon I wanted to level up would be the first Pokemon in my party. And then if it could kill its opponent, I would do it. But if it couldn't, then I would just swap it out. And then every time it's like, someone's gonna release a whatever. Do you want to switch Pokemon? I'm like, yeah, I want to switch to the other Pokemon so he keeps getting this XP, and that's like the only way you could like really do it. Notes, comments, feelings.
Gen 2's still better.
Well, we'll cover Gen 2 on the maybe I don't know if we'll do it on the next episode, but we will cover Gen 2 and 3. I thought we could do all 3 in this one, but we've been talking a lot. And we had a long conversation about like a lot longer conversation at the start than I thought we were gonna have as well.
Oh, I just was really enjoying the conversation, so I'm sorry.
No. So, and like I kind of wanted this to be really free flow. So I didn't take any notes for this. I just have basically the guidebook for memory refresh and making sure that what we say is correct, especially about stats. Anyways, better.
Shut up! It's true.
Just. Also, can we talk about the stickers that came in the guidebook? Oh, that was amazing. I love those.
Never really cared about it.
No, I fucking loved it. I used them in my old guidebook that I had. I would, eventually when I got one, I would use the stickers and mark all the Pokemon I had. It was really dumb. I had a poster, actually. I had a lot of Pokemon shit. Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Trading Card Game. Hey You, Pikachu. Fuck. A lot of cards.
Pikachu.
I had a lot of cards. All right. If no one has nothing else to say, then I'm going to. I think we can just sign off and do our thing and go do what? I'm gonna go to bed. It's late.
Hell yeah, man.
I think Austin's playing video games.
Oh, can you hear it?
No, I can tell because you sound distracted.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can hear it in your voice. I chose Pokemon so you wouldn't do this.
We were at the end. You said I could start something. We were ending it, so I started something up.
Anyways,
I don't like the shade that's being thrown at me.
Well, now our listeners know that you're distracted. You don't even care about them. They come here, give you a good hour and a half of their time, and you just want to play Final Fantasy 13.
I'm not playing Final Fantasy 13. But...
Destiny 2, then.
No, I'm not.
What could you be playing? Let me think. What do you have? What do you play? I actually can only think of the 2. Don't tell me though. Don't tell me. I'm thinking. What else would you play? What the fuck else do you have that you would play? The only thing I can think of is Genshin Impact, because you talk a lot about that.
No.
Yeah, I know what it is because I checked on my phone.
You fucking cheater! I was like, when you said Genshin Impact, I looked around. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. We're roommates. Remember, I can just open the door and see it.
Oh, you're right. Hey, get out of my room.
Anyways, yeah. All right. Cool. Well, that was episode 19. And yeah, I think that's all I got. And and you can go to Main Jams to buy our mug. It's mainjams.com. You can find that one in the link as well. Bye.